designed for teaching the renewable energies. So basically different sorts of renewables, when we cover pretty much all of them. So we are active in more than 60 countries and have partners all around the world. And currently we're also one of the global leaders in education of renewables. I also ask you to mute yourself during the webinar. Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so why do we actually need to invest into the education of the renewable energies? And that's mostly, well, I can only give you for example, one example, which is how the Saxony, so the province where we're also based in Germany, used to look like in 1980, and how it looks a bit of now. Yeah, so we were also heavily invested into the coal mining and etc. So, and right now it's also been shifting more towards the renewable energies. Well, unfortunately, right now. So unfortunately, right now we also started using well again. However, we also hope that the situation is going to be changed soon. But it's also one of the reasons. Yeah, so we also want to minimize the greenhouse effect. We also want to minimize our impact, our negative impact on the environment, and we also want to at the same time produce the greenest energy as possible. A second reason also for education of the in renewables is we're also creating lots and lots of workplaces. So as this International Renewable Energy Agency demonstrated us that we are just so that we created around 11.5 million jobs by the end of 2019. So right now it's actually around 15 million, and this number is going to be doubled by the year of 2030, and lots and lots of jobs will also be created in not just in Asia, but also, of course, in Americas and Europe in particular. And why is that so? Because, so for example, in Croatia, you guys are doing also pretty good, so compared to the Europe on average. So because you're also getting around 30% of your electricity from renewable energy sources, mostly from the hydropower or marine and the bioenergy. But it's already a good sign. And as far as the European strategy and Croatian strategy also goes, you will also be investing heavily in renewable energy sectors, and also in the solar one, also in the wind, and so on. So, and we are, as a company, we also made our investment, let's say, by designing several products in all kinds of renewable energy. So we also have some products specifically for the solar energy, for thermal energy, bioenergy, and the biofuel, hydropower, wind energy, smart grid, which is also a combination of all energies, and which is also an intelligent electrical network, which also takes into account all the interaction of the energy consumers as well as the energy producers. And also a couple of products in the field of energy storage and energy saving technologies. So we also have several product lines which are a bit different in their application. So some of them are expected to be used starting from the elementary school, middle school, and so on at the whole school level, and some of them are expected to be used for technical, vocational, and educational training, and at the university level. So covering mostly, so basically we cover all of the, so level 2 to level 6 of the international education certification organizations, so meaning from elementary school and up to first and the second year of university. Okay. Yeah. However, today I would like to present you one product which is also stays a bit on the side because it can be used for both, so teaching both kids as well as for a more advanced level, and which is called leXsolar New Energy Ready to Go. It's mostly designed also for teaching in physics, chemistry, renewable energy, engineering, as well as just for a primary, middle, and even high school, as well as a secondary high school, and even some industrial customers. And why is that so? I will demonstrate to you because it does have several features that we typically don't offer in some other cases. And it's also a combination of most of the renewables packed, so completely packed into the single case, which also allow us to perform some experiments in, so with solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, electric mobility, also get some insights into the energy savings and energy storage technologies. And of course, everything that you might need, you can also find inside of such case. So, for example, the main learning content of this case is the students can also understand how we can convert one type of the energy into the electricity, meaning that how we can also use, for example, a solar irradiance, or convert mechanical energy from either a muscular power or a wind energy or a hydro energy into the electricity. Also, how we can so that they will also get some understanding how electrical circuits work, get some fundamentals of the solar, wind, and hydro power, and as well as understand also some basics of energy storage and energy savings technology, and in particular to understand how the reversible fuel cell is working. So as I mentioned, this particular product stays a little bit out of the sight as our typical product because it can be used for two different levels and two different applications. So it can be used for teaching kids, so starting from the junior, from the primary school, and this section also includes around 27 experiments for them. In this case, it's more phenomenological oriented, meaning that they will only see and understand a connection between some physical events and how it can actually influence the total performance of our system, but it mostly are focused on qualitative experiments, so not a quantitative. And the second section is for more advanced users, so mostly a high school level, and it does have both qualitative and quantitative experiments. And that's what I will also try to demonstrate you today. Yeah, so let me just switch my camera real quick, and we will also have a look on the content of the case itself and also on what we can actually do with it. Okay.